Profile of Honorable Justice Benedict Bakwaf Kayip, PhD, OFR, FNIALS, FCTI, FCARB, BPA. Honorable Justice Kayip, a Nigerian, born on 29 September 1963, hails from Atorong Ataka in Kaura local government area of Kaduna State. He had his primary school education at St. Peter Claver School, Kafanchan, in Kaduna State, between 1969 and 1975. From 1975 to 1980, he had his secondary school education at St. John Vinyl Minor Seminary, Bakinladin in Plateau State. From 1980 to 1982, he proceeded to the then Katsina College of Advanced Studies, Zaria, for the Qualifying Interim Joint Matriculation Board (IJMB) examination, one of the examinations needed to gain direct entry into university education in Nigeria. He then read law at Ahmadu Bello University, ABU Zaria, from 1982 to 1985. From 1985 and 1986, he attended the Nigerian Law School for the one-year practical training needed for qualification to practice as a legal practitioner in Nigeria. On the completion of this practical training, he attended the one-year mandatory National Youth Service Corps from 1986 to 1987, serving in Benin City at Pat Okupa & Co., a law firm and publisher of the then law newspaper, the Nigeria Law Times. Upon completion, he proceeded to ABU Zaria, where he took up a teaching appointment as a lecturer in the Department of Commercial Law as a graduate assistant, and rose up to the position of Lecturer 2 before leaving in 1992 for the National Commission of Colleges of Education as legal advisor in the rank of Principal Legal Officer. In Ahmadu Bello University, he taught law of contracts, law of tort, commercial law, and law of taxation. In 1995, he was appointed Senior Research Fellow by the Nigerian Institute of Advanced Legal Studies, NIALS. He took up this appointment and rose up to the rank of Associate Research Professor of Law in 2000. Honorable Justice Kayip was appointed a member of National Industrial Court of Nigeria from June 2000 to 2006 by the President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. By virtue of Section 2, Subsection 7 of the National Industrial Court of Nigeria, Act 2006, he became a judge of the NIC. This position he held from 2006 to 2008. From 2008 to 1st October 2019, he was presiding judge and later administrative judge of the Lagos Division of the court. From 2nd October 2019 to 12th December 2019, he was acting president of the court, and on 13th December 2019, he was sworn in as the substantive president of the court, a position he still holds. Justice Kayip participated in the processes and discussions that led to the promulgation of the National Industrial Court Act 2006, as well as the third alteration to the 1999 Constitution, thus bringing in 2011 the National Industrial Court fully within the structure of the Nigerian judiciary. In 2015, Honorable Justice Kayip participated in the adjudication of election disputes arising from 2015 general elections in Nigeria. He was first the chairman of the National and State Assembly Election Tribunal for Osun State holding at Osogbo, and then later a member of Panel 2 of the National and State Assembly Election Tribunal for Rivers State holding at Abuja. He served without blemish in these two election tribunals. Justice Kayip is a pioneer contributor to the development and advocacy of consumer protection, especially in the area of promoting academic scholarship and research. The outcome of this research work has aided in policy formulation in the area of consumer law and practice. For instance, his research work on sales promotions assisted in the formulation of the regulations of sales promotion promulgated by the then Consumer Protection Council, now Federal Competitor and Consumer Protection Commission. At the commencement of the International Labour Organization (ILO) Declaration Project to promote democracy through fundamental principles and rights at work and tripartism in Nigeria. Honorable Justice Kanyip was commissioned by ILO to review all the labor laws in Nigeria with Professor Mrs. Chioma Kano Agomo. The product of the exercise was the analysis of current Nigerian labor laws assessment report. At the completion of this exercise, it was nominated by the federal government as one of its 2 nominees in the technical committee for the reform of all the labor laws in the country. The outcome of this work was formally presented to the government on 26 May 2005 and is still before the National Assembly. At the completion of the reform of the labor law, he was approached by the Economic Community of the West African State, ECOWAS, to conduct a study in ECOWAS member states and submit a draft regional policy on labor matters and a strategic plan of action, which was considered and adopted by the ECOWAS Conference of Ministers of Labor and Employment, which held in Cote d'Ivoire. Early in 2004, he was one of two from Nigeria nominated by the United States of America government to participate in the harmonization of labor law by OHADA, French-speaking West and Central Africa, which held in Libreville, Gabon. As President of the National Industrial Court of Nigeria, Justice Kanyip is a member of the National Judicial Commission, Federal Judicial Service Commission, both of benches, and an observer member of the Board of Governors of the National Judicial Institute. Justice Kanyip was appointed member of the Committee of Experts on the Application of Conventions and Recommendations by the governing body of the International Labour Office at its 346th section, October to November 2022. Justice Kanyip is a member of the Governing Council of St. Albert Institute, Catholic Archdiocese of Kafanchan, Kaduna State. Justice Kanyip is the recipient of the National Honor of Officer of the Order of the Federal Republic, awarded on 11th October 2022, in recognition of your outstanding virtues and in appreciation of your services to our country, Nigeria. In 2018, in recognition of services rendered, the Nigerian Institute of Advanced Legal Studies, the apex body responsible for legal research in the country, honored Justice Kanyip by making him Fellow of the Institute. On 26 October 2024, Justice Kanyip was awarded the Bar Presidential Award, BPA, an award of the highest distinction giver at the end of the presidential term by an outgoing president of Nigerian Bar Association (NBA) for outstanding achievements as a jurist and contributions as to the growth and development of the legal profession in Nigeria as a justice sector reform advocate. Justice Kanyip is also a Fellow of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria and a Fellow of the Nigerian Chartered Institute of Arbitrators. Honorable Justice Kanyip is married to Honorable Justice Rosemary I. Kanyip, a judge of the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory. They have 2 children, Benedict Zintang and Benny.